They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the New England Patriots. Their meeting in Super Bowl 49 was thrilling. What's in... Brady now on first down. They dial up the screen here to Burkhead. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 20 yards on both of those plays back-to-back there. They are moving now. It's another first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Patriots drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Gostkowski the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Wilson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, they'll force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Mike 54. Who that? Who that?
Yeah, that's all right.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a fourth down.
But one of the things you like about a zone read play that has an option component to it is that it gives you plenty of different ways to go. On this one, though, I'm not sure they chose the right one. Maybe they should have pitched it out on this one because that play was absolutely swallowed up.
Out their punter. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. Fielded just inside the 30. Yards on the return that time, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
On first down, Carson. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Looking for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off.
Partner, when you're playing cover 2, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
Now a pass dropped off here for James White. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10.
It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day. Check 37. Check 37. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there.
Now Brady. Caught by the tight end Watson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Whip. Watch the whip.
Protein spill.
Shadow.
Throwing on 1st down is Brady. Looking for Edelman, and he hits him. It's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a New England 1st down. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who could make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL and had to convert him to being a receiver and was drafted that way. And that conversion, oh boy, it's been good.
The throw on 2nd down by Brady is incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Brady. That's caught by the tight end Lacoste. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. So now on 4th down, on comes Stephen Gostkowski to try and get the Pats 3. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. DK Metcalf. 52 yards as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for 2nd down. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Throwing now is Brady. Complete to Watson, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there.
29. Alpha. Check.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free.
Well, we've seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch.
Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Bobby Wagner showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. Tough spot for the Pats now after the sack as Brady will lead them up 3rd and long. The final shot before half for Brady. Looks for White, but it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports halftime report. Coach? The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
From the 30 on second down, Wilson is going to fire one deep, middle of the field. That's caught inside the 20. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 53 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose one or two. This time Wilson will throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Lightning speed there from the safety, Devin McCourty, on the sack. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. From the gun, it's Wilson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. It's John Simon with a sack.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They stay on the ground with White. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And he'll have his man. That's Edelman. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 14. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Brady. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. Accelerating, and off he goes. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown.
Oh, where are you going? Mm-mm-mm.